I keep getting asked to do a video of the guitars and gear that I use for making YouTube videos. And if I'm honest, I've always kind of put off from doing a video like that because I don't think my gear is particularly impressive. I think when YouTube first started out, people were just using, the camera phones to make videos, and a lot of them went viral. If you look back on them, the quality, picture quality and sound quality wasn't particularly overly clever. I think as big business started getting used to the idea of using YouTube, quality starts getting better and better over the years. iPhone quality gets better. So I'm basically just using an iPhone. This is my new microphone which I've started using. If you focus in on there, it's got it always lights up, which makes it look good. But it also got this dial here, which is really good because you can have it stereo, you can have it just talking directly into it like the way I am now, and you also have, so it picks up the sound from if somebody was standing opposite you and talking into it, or you can have it like a spatial all around, and on the top you can actually turn it off. So that's the microphone that I'm using, HyperX, which I found really good. It's improved the quality of videos an awful lot. When it comes to guitars, if I flip the camera round, so this is the Ibanez RG550 purple neon, first proper guitar or electric guitar I bought back in 1991, 1992 in Newcastle. It used to be, I think, called Sound Control, had been called Rock City. For the grand sum of £600, got it reduced from 850, so it's quite a, the first expensive guitar that I'd actually bought. And when you go in on it, Floyd Rose trem. I've actually changed the original pickups. The middle pickup there's the original, but I changed them for Damasio's, which give it a lot of a brighter sound. But that was back in the day when I was into Steve Vai, Joe Satriani. I remember, I think it was Blue Saraceno on the front cover of his debut album. If you've ever heard of Blue Saraceno, he had an RG550, and I just fell in love with the feel of that guitar. But the main guitar obviously being used on YouTube is the BMG. Upgraded. So over the years, I must have bought this something like 12 years ago now. But the RG Conversions did an absolutely amazing job of making it look more like the original. And you can see the tuning pegs have changed them to pearloid ones. And it kind of sits in pride of place and used in all the Brian May and Queen videos. This is an interesting looking guitar, a copy of a Gibson 335, bought for the grand sum of £20 from Facebook Marketplace. It is a Maison, made in the mid-1980s. The guy I bought it off said he'd bought it back in 1985 from in Old Eldon Square in a guitar shop. I actually remember being there. It was absolutely filthy dirty when I bought it, and cleaned it up. He was clearing a house out, and I just saw it on Facebook Marketplace. There was no description of it, and there looked something nice about it, and for £20 it was worth taking a go. Then I looked up the information on the guitars, and they're worth a lot more than £20. Cleaned it up, and I kind of use that when I'm doing stuff like Creedence Clearwater Revival type tracks, and it has that kind of sound for that. I've got heavy gauge strings on, which are far too heavy, and I need to change them for lighter, but not bad for £20. When it comes to acoustic guitars, I have this Ibanez Epiphone, which my dad gave us, and I really like this one. It's a jumbo size guitar, and very reminiscent of Oasis, which are kind of my era band really, although I love Queen. Oasis were kind of the era that I was brought up on, because the first time I was into a band that was actually the same age as me. In the background there is Brian, newly acquired Lekato Ukulele, which I might be using for a few videos Might do some Queen songs on that. Main acoustic, again gifted by my father, is an Epiphone Masterbilt. What's up? Spelled built wrong. I don't know whether they've deliberately done it like that. Well, obviously I've done. Deliberately spell it ILT instead of with the U. And that's my main go-to guitar. Nice quality. I think Zach Wilde uses Masterbilt acoustics. Yeah. So that's basically the guitars that I'm using. When it comes to amps, because I'm doing a lot of home recording and doing it for YouTube, I haven't got a massive amp anymore that I'm using. I used to use that Line 6 if some of the older videos I had up on YouTube. But this is the Vox BM-1, and which has the built-in treble booster. You can obviously, it's got an exit speaker out, so you could plug it into a bigger amp. I might actually upgrade the speaker. There is an upgrade for it, which apparently sounds a lot better. But I bought that for about £60 just before the price of them seemed to skyrocket after the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. And Brian May still uses these. I think when he was on News at 10 celebrating Bohemian Rhapsody anniversary, he still actually uses them. It was sent by a company that no longer in existence, Echoplex, and a practice amp, wireless. You can charge it up, and this is really handy, very loud. I actually did a rehearsal with this one, and everyone laughed at me because it was the amp's so small. And what are you going to do with that? And everybody was really surprised at just how loud it was. But you have all the different like effects on it: delay, reverb, chorus, tremolo, and you've got the different, as you can see, clean, blues, metal. And it's got quite a versatile sound. It's actually got a drum machine built into it. But the interesting thing is the auxiliary in. If I just put my microphone down there. Now, I acquired the Vox amplug. If you've seen us, I've reviewed this, which obviously is like there. What I do is I run this through the auxiliary in. So he basically turned in this little practice amp into a practice Brian May amp, and I've used that quite a bit when I've been making videos. Now I got sent this Lekato Pocasting bit of kit, which is really good because you can plug a microphone into it, you can plug a guitar, a bass, you can have a backing track going into it, but you can plug directly into your iPhone and record directly, and that's been really, really handy. And you probably saw over here, I'm using Amplitube on my iPad and plugging that through the podcasting gear box rather. You can record directly. I've reviewed this as well, but you've got all the different presets there. Brighton Rock, Hammer at Fall, I Want It All, Live Magic, Somebody to Love, and you can have it where you've got all the presets there in a big long list, so like a playlist of, so you can switch and toggle through them. That's quite invaluable. It saves on having to have a massive amplifier, 3 Vox AC30s and everything else. Plug the guitar into that using the iRig USB, which is really, really handy. I've reviewed that also, so I'm using that too to plug my guitar into the iPad. Now this bit of kit from a Guitar Rig, I used to have Guitar Rig 5 on a laptop. It's quite involved, but a lot of early videos I made, I actually had the silver version of this, sold it because I wasn't using it anymore, and somebody actually knocked on my door and gifted this one, said I had no use, they'd seen us on YouTube, said have you got any use for it? So I started using it again. I've got Amplitube and Guitar Rig 5, I think Guitar Rig 6 also, on a laptop, and that plugs straight into that, and it gives you everything you need, and you can plug everything into the laptop, and you can toggle through with all your foot switches, and you've got your wah-wah pedal or volume pedal if you so wish. So that's the gear I'm using. Let me know. Thank you, as always, thank you for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments.